Hi, good evening to all. Today we are going to discuss about cultural and political landscape of the Middle East and Persian Gulf countries as part of global consumers market and logistics. In our team, me Muralidhar Reddy Bovilla, Ajay Kumar Vadde, Juhi Ketan, and Sandeep Kaur are presenting this video. Coming to the introduction, in the diverse landscape of Middle East, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Iran each offer unique cultural, linguistic and religious attributes significantly influence marketing strategies. This compilation explored the cultural dimensions, impact on marketing activities, political and legal considerations in these countries, which provides valuable insights for business operations in this region. In language and religion perspective, Arabic is the official language for Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. Turkish is official language for Turkey. Persian, also known as Farsi, is official language of Iran. And Islam is dominant religion in all these countries. As discussed earlier, Persian is official language in Iran, but some ethnic groups speak their own languages. And in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, official language is Arabic. Coming to cultural dimensions, Iran, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Turkey are Islamic dominant countries, and in Islam they have different types of Muslims. One is like Sahih Muslim and other one is Sunni Muslim. In Iran, 90% of population is Sunni Muslim and 10% is Sahih Muslims. Kuwait, 70% is Sunni Muslims and 30% is Sahih Muslims. And Saudi Arabia, 85% is Sunni Muslims and 15% is Sahih Muslims. In Turkey, 85% is Sunni Muslims and Sahih Muslims are 15%. The 15% includes Christianity and other religions. Power distance is another cultural dimension. Kuwait has a high power distance culture. This means there is a significant hierarchical and authority structure in Kuwait society. People in Kuwait tend to respect and defer to authority figures and those in positions of power. Saudi Arabian society places a strong emphasis on hierarchy and respect for authority. In Turkey, Turkey has a moderate to high power distance culture where there is a degree of respect for authority and hierarchy in Turkish society. It is not as pronounced as some of other Middle Eastern countries. And in Iran, Iran generally has relatively high power distance culture. Iranian society places importance on respecting authority figures, including religious leaders and government officials. Individualism and collectivism is another cultural dimension factor. In Kuwait, Kuwait is most collectivist. Kuwait society places a strong emphasis on family and community bonds, traditional values, and a sense of belonging on one's extended family and social networking are highly valued. In Saudi Arabia leans towards collectivism like Kuwait. Saudi Arabian society values strong family ties and community connections. Family network play a central role in society and economic life, and individualism often consider the well-being of the group when making decisions. And Turkey tends towards collectivism. Turkish culture places significance on family, community, and group harmony. People in Turkey often prioritize the interest of family and community over individual desires or needs. Group choice and loyalty are valued in cultural traits. In Iran, Iran leans more towards collectivism. Iranian society values collective identity and strong family bonds are central to Iranian culture. Decisions and actions often consider the impact of the family unit and broader community. Masculinity and femininity is another cultural dimension. In Kuwait, Kuwait leans towards masculinity. Kuwait society often values qualities traditionally associated with masculinity, such as assertiveness, competition, and importance of success and achievement. In Saudi Arabia, Saudi culture tends towards masculinity like Kuwait. Saudi Arabian society often places importance on traditional male role and values, including the traits of assertiveness, leadership, and competitiveness. In Turkey, Turkey tends towards masculinity but has elements of femininity. Turkish culture exhibits a mix of both traditional masculinity and femininity traits. While there are expectations from men to be assertiveness and competitive, there are also values associated with nurturing and family chosen, reflecting elements of femininity. In Iran, Iran exhibits more traditionally masculinity traits. Iranian society often places an emphasis on traditional male roles such as assertiveness, ambition, and competitiveness. Gender roles in Iran may reflect these traditional expectations more strongly. Long-term orientation is another cultural dimension factor. Coming to Kuwait, Kuwait values traditions and long-lasting relationships. Kuwaiti society places a significant emphasis on preserving cultural traditions and maintaining enduring relationships, both within families and communities. The concept of heritage and continuity is highly valued. Coming to Saudi Arabia typically has long-term orientation. Saudi Arabian society places importance on maintaining traditions and historical ties are significant. Long-lasting relationships are often highly regarded and planning is done with focus on preserving cultural and family legacies. Turkey. Turkey has a moderate long-term orientation. Turkey's culture exhibits elements of both short-term and long-term orientation, while there is a recognition of tradition and a sense of history. Turkey has experienced modernization and globalization, which can influence a more balanced approach to planning for the future. Iran. Iran generally has long-term orientation, emphasizing traditions and preservance. Iranian society places a strong emphasis on historical continuity and preservation of cultural traditions. The concept of Tarof reflects the importance of long-term values and relationships in Iranian culture. Political and legal factors. Saudi Arabia. Political system in Saudi Arabia is an absolute monarchy with a king as the head of the state and government. Political climate. Saudi Arabia has a stable political climate under the monarchy, but there is limited political freedom. Legal consideration. Saudi Arabia follows Sharia as the primary legal framework, significantly influencing its legal system. Turkey. Turkey is a parliamentary republic with a president as the head of the state and prime minister as the head of government. Turkey political climate can be complex with occasional political tensions and changes. Legal considerations. Turkey legal system is based on mixture of civil law and Islamic law with secular principle enshrined in the constitution. In Kuwait, political system. Kuwait is a parliamentary constitutional monarchy with an elected National Assembly and Emir acts as the head of state. Political climate. Kuwait generally has a stable political climate, but conflicts between the National Assembly and administration can occur. Political activism is permitted, but criticizing the Emir is prohibited. Legal consideration. Kuwait has a strict labor rules for expatriate recruitment and employment. Intellectual property rights are legally protected, but enforcement can be challenging. Iran. Political system. Iran is an Islamic republic with a complex political structure that includes elected officials and clerical leadership. Political climate. Iran political climate can be volatile with periodic protests and government crackdowns. US-Iran relations have been historically strained. Legal considerations. Iran's legal system may differ significantly from Western norms, and understanding local laws and regulations is crucial. General considerations for businesses in the region. Political risk. Political stability varies across the region, and business should assess potential political risks and adapt their strategies accordingly. Legal risk. The legal system in these countries can be unique and complex, so it's important for businesses to have a clear understanding of local laws and regulations. Cultural sensitivity. Cultural factors, including language, religion, and customs, should be respected in marketing and business practices to build trust and credibility. Risk management. Businesses operating in these countries should conduct thorough risk assessment, seek legal counsel, and stay informed about political and legal environment to effectively manage potential risks. Below are the references for our presentation. Goodson C.G. 2003, Countries of Middle East, Abdo. Quadrant W.B. 2010, Saudi Arabia in the 1980s, Foreign Policy, Security and Oil, Brooklyn Institution Press. Jordan M.S. 2000, National Security Imperatives and Neuralist State, Iran and Realpolitik, Naval Postgraduate School, and Britannica.com, Place, Kuwait Culture, and Joster are these are the references. Thank you all for watching our presentation.